Going to buckle up and get into the game. It is Vitality taking on Grayhound. I suppose you're supporting the Aussies, right? You've got to be.
Yeah, actually, I should have brought my Grayhound jersey. Maybe, are you allowed to do that? I don't know.
Actually, maybe not appropriate, perhaps, but I would do it anyway.
Yeah, big Grayhound believer, obviously. In fact, my Grayhound jersey, just a funny little story. I bought it in Sweden, which is the weirdest place to find such a thing.
It's definitely, they have the best merch, to be fair. So
very pretty.
Yeah, it's very nice. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. Final game of the day. I'm trying to find the tone of the broadcast right now, so I don't know where I'm going with this. But P250 in the hands of Alistair, and we're going to have one smoke, a single flashbang, as we go for a fast mid-play. Anders, please take us away.
Yeah, I like this. Just try and put the pressure on. If you're the underdog, you really want to do this. Just overpower them, but it's not easy. Look at the headshots coming through. ZywOo with a quick double, and that is the end of the round. Sico's going to go down last, and I still like it. I still like the approach. I think it's great. I hate it when people play timid Counter-Strike against, a strong opponent. You have to come in swinging, surely.
You have to be rushing, Lucy. Pretty much every round, otherwise it's no good.
That's exactly what I said.
I do expect this to be very scrappy because I think Grayhound as well can often play a bit of a looser style. Don't be surprised if we see Alistair jumping around, bunny hopping across the server with the AWP in hand, going for some maybe questionable peaks, maybe amazing peaks. That's how you get a good highlight, I guess.
Well, we can wait and see. For now, though, it would take a bit of a miracle for a highlight play. They've only got the Glocks to work with here. And not really much else to speak of. No armor, no nades, and a bit of a stack going on here towards the bridge. A chance for us to work out what the Vitality are rocking. Oh, okay. I like that. I haven't seen this one before.
All right.
Australian specialty.
Yeah.
He's doing something.
Yeah. We call this one the spin.
The spin. They're still working on the name.
She just made that up instantly. She's lying. She's lying to you.
But we have an interesting note, 4 MP9s, right? So when the AKs come out in round number 3, going to be a difficult round, Anders. We all know it. And they'll be relying on that utility to fend them off. Speaking of which, looks like a flashbang might be deployed as Jax will be swinging around the corner, trying to find multiple frags. It's going quite well. And they will indeed convert the round. Lucy, thoughts on that one?
Yeah, I mean, that's just the MP 36 coming into play there,
nice.
where you got 4 of them, quick maths.
That's very quick maths. Good joke
Actually
as
did
well.
the maths ahead of
time.
time.
I still haven't caught up.
7 out of 10. Very nice. Pretty decent round, but as mentioned, lacking a bit of firepower here, but they have got 2 M4s. Maybe losing one player actually helped them out, because here come the AK-47s.
Yeah, keep an eye on Inns in this. He's a player that dominates domestically. It's called Inferno. Everyone are probably typing that in the chat at the moment. So expect big things from him on this map. Internationally is sometimes where he struggled, so this is a big test.
I feel like when you've got these 3 MP9s, it's usually not a problem at the start of the round. I feel like it's always, if you go for a retake later, that's when you just wish you didn't have the MP9 all of a sudden.
Certainly serviceable in a defensive CT scenario, but like you're right, retaking, especially in a map like Inferno, that's when the wheels fall off, as it were. But for now, holding on to the key pieces of utility, and we will see Grayhound working towards quad side, and it's the MP9 doing all the damage here. They can peel off now, enable those crossfires, and Jax, he's actually ready to get stuck in again. Doesn't have to commit to this fight. They've got a 5-on-3, and you can see them trying to get the hell out of there. That's the right call.
Honestly, a bit of a classic situation where, yeah, you get the AKs early on, but you don't have all the utility. They don't have the Molotovs to burn anyone up from that corner, none of the flashbangs to get around it either. So a little bit unfortunate, because otherwise maybe the timing would have worked, and they were up against a much inferior rifle there. Unfortunate. Now 3 versus 5 instead. They got the top mid control, but unless Inns could do something out here, I just don't know what's going to be possible. He almost has to find a kill, and then even then it's going to be difficult with 40 seconds.
Alistair's found a good timing here. They've left open long intentionally. You can see Apex is actually, I think, jiggling it out occasionally, but there might be an opportunity. That smoke hurts, though. That's going to delay things significantly. It has to be Alistair that finds the opening. If he can catch Apex, that's the pathway through.
Oof.
Yeah, the thing is, he only had the MP9, so Apex isn't even trying to challenge, playing for information, got to just run the clock down if possible. And here comes the backstab as well. They can't hear ZywOo. He's coming in, flying with the MP9 once again. Double kill, bomb down, round over. Alistair with no chance of winning the round, but maybe he can cause some damage. Good headshot, but that's about it. They get dismantled once again. The bonus round, as we normally call it, goes really wrong as 4 AKs given over to the CT side.
That's so many SMG kills, and the AKs on top.
Yeah, it's the money and
devastating.
the rifles given over. That's about as bad as it can go in that sort of round.
ZywOo getting a bunch of cash as well. 3 kills in that round with the MP9. I thought he might go for the, I guess, you're up against pistols, so you don't want the AWP out yet when you can use the AK, and obviously very proficient with it, but expect to see it out later because he is farming that cash.
He really is. Not the same story for the Aussies, I'm afraid. They are just operating with the pistols once again. We have an HE, a flash, and a couple of sets of Kevlar, but pretty much the full eco as Apex is a bit of a beast with utility in this map. Watch those numbers rise as he looks for the prime opportunity to throw down the HE, but not connecting this time. And Jax looking to be let off that leash.
Oh!
Sico pits him to sleep.
You like to see that.
Yeah.
I was about to paint a much darker picture saying that if you're already not favored in a matchup and you have to lose the pistol in the following couple of rounds, it's just you're just fighting such an uphill battle all of a sudden. But at least a good Deagle shot. ZywOo he's turned up for the game, and that's horrible news for Grayhound, no doubt. He's just farming it in the middle once again. Another kill coming in, making it a quad, leaving Liazz on his own. Well, at least he's not going to be found by ZywOo, it looks like. Apex spotting him out early on, but a 1 versus 4 here towards the end. All right. I don't really know how that works. Second bullet there.
We'll take it. Kills are few and far between right now for Grayhound, so anything for a wall will do. Liazz hoping to find another if possible. His days are certainly numbered, and down he goes. Lucy, I hate to say it, but ZywOo is looking like he's going to have one of those games.
Yeah.
He's in the zone.
Yeah. A great man once said, he's a ZywOo.
He's a ZywOo. the best player of all time.
Topical reference, I like it.
But there we go. Here's the replay of this perfect decision. AK-47 doing God's work out there, and doesn't bode well for the future. But here comes the full buy at least. We've got AWPs on either side. It's Alistair up against ZywOo, who is looking unbelievable at this stage.
Wouldn't count Alistair out. He's a very flashy AWPer, and Inferno is a map that he has had a few pretty specky highlights on. Banana control established early. Ins taking all of that for free. So it's a good start from Grayhound. They haven't been able to get this control thus far. Vexite's keeping a peek in towards top mid, which is where that AWP is currently honed. Jackson, Boiler. What do you do with this control?
They do need to push them back a little bit surely before they try and go anything. I do like the early banana control like you mentioned. That's definitely something that they can build off, but so far it's just ins out there. ZywOo going to take that early fight, no problem. Gets a little bit of damage on the Sico, and Jax comes in swinging from Boiler Room. A couple of good kills. They get one in return, but it might be too late again here. Just a very tough round to get back into.
Ins has found this one, and Apex just standing out in the open, wants to go for the spy, but Alistair looking like he's the one who's going to be peeking, boosts it over, somehow gets the dink, and finds both. Apex, if he'd gone down there, that site was completely open.
Yeah, but he finishes with style, though. Very controlled, very composed. I love that from Apex, and they go up 5-0. Grayhound probably need a tactical timeout at this stage. They can't find any sort of footing here on the T side. Nice idea with the boost, but look how he deals with it. Gets the dink off, repositions, mows them both down, makes it look easy. And anything but for Grayhound in round number 6 here. Once again, down to just the pistols. Even with maximum loss bonus, they're not getting down the C4 in any capacity.
Super fundamental approach to playing Inferno T-side anyway from Grayhound to begin with. You take banana, then you go back to try and take top middle, and that's not that's a problem, but obviously when Vitality win that top mid battle, then even the early advantage of getting banana, you can't do anything with it at that point in time. So a little bit disappointing. Could be fun to see them maybe try and take a couple of more risks, because right now it feels like that fight for top mid is just going so hard in favor of Vitality that if you're not going to win that, maybe just stop counting on it and try and do something else. I think if you take banana next time, just actually execute into the bomb side and forget about middle for a minute.
I think you're probably right. This keeper is super simple at this point. The strat book of Vitality, they're going to have a dozen setups towards middle. You're not going to be able to work it out or flush them out, especially the form they're showing right now. So we'll see what they can make of this. A bomb plan would be great. There is a buy regardless with the loss bonus, but just to get some confidence rolling here, we'd love to see the C4 down in some capacity. It hasn't been planted once. And we're into round number 6. Still plenty of CS to be played, but this is the pick of Grayhound. Not the best start. 5-4 for now, though, trying to breach the B bomb site. Apex looking to greet them once again. He's got a buddy this time. Magisk spraying them down, and another 5-on-1 scenario, I'm afraid.
Like 3 different flashbangs being held by Grayhound then. I don't think a single one connected with a CT player on the side.
No one seemed blind at all.
No, they had the easiest fights of their lives.
HD vision the entire time. But here we go. I've got a good feeling about this gun round. Number 7, the AWP side again. Everything they need in terms of utility.
What's that feeling based on, Henry?
Nothing really. Just
Five,
gut instinct, spider sense, I don't know. Whatever you want to call it. Just hoping that this game starts to warm up in some degree. We'll see.
I wonder what the air quality is like here
Oh,
in terms
good
of...
point.
Because ZywOo is hitting some shots. There was also, worth noting, a full moon last night,
Was there?
which I think could
That
be
explains a lot.
contributing to his current form.
Okay.
All right.
Well, I hope you all charged your crystals overnight then, because that's what it's all about. Anders, do you have any crystals at home?
Plenty.
Yeah?
Of course. That's what I've been spending. That's what I spent the first part of the year just
Collecting?
polishing those, collecting them,
Yeah, fair enough.
all the rest of it. It's an important part of my daily routine. Oof. Trying to get up to ZywOo's level. I'll be there any moment now. Oh, that's a nice Molotov to fall back behind. And he's got a teammate swinging in. Jax is right there, able to pick it up. You can see the headshot coming through. So just overall, Jax is fitting quite nicely into this mix at the moment. He seems to be at the right spot almost every single time.
Spink's not even needed yet, just tucked on up to the balcony. He's in the perfect position to end this.
Yeah, we've barely had to say Spinks' name, and he's 5-0. Just every altercation is going down like this. It's difficult to commentate, really, because there's no back and forth. It's just a flurry of flags and a CT. That's it. It's over.
What's your feeling for this round, Henry?
Probably not good. It's the first tactical timeout, at least, you know? So at least you can discuss your options, work out what's coming up next. It's not been the best start, no one's saying that, but it's... Oh, they still haven't got a plan. That's a problem. So they're still partial by territory.
Again, it is just to... I don't want to stomp too much on it, but it is that top-mid fight that just keeps going their way. And obviously, when ZywOo's there, it probably doesn't feel that great either if you're on the Grayhound side to just keep to call B executes behind it, because it feels like such a telegraph play when you're like, oh, we can't take top mid, so we're just going to go B instead. But I kind of still wish they would. Or maybe instead you try and take A-apps and just try and flash your way out from middle. And just you don't fight middle, but you should put four people out of the A-apps into pit.
Well, these rounds can be pretty dangerous. I was about to say the partial buys normally buy pretty hard, but they have invested in some Kevlar towards the end, so it's just a lack of utility. 2 smokes, a flashbang and molly. That's a very basic B execution. Smoke down to spawn and towards coffins with Molotov down. They're running a bit of a default stance for now. CT Incendiary doesn't land, but that's about it for now.
I mean, default is kind of how they've been playing every single one of these rounds. It's just to spread out, get control banana, fall back, try and fight top mid and lose. So maybe need to try something a little bit different out of the strat book. Maybe that's what that pause is about. Maybe we'll see that into the follow-up round.
Yeah, I think so. I guess just try and bait out some utility. The finance side of the game is kind of irrelevant on the CT side now with the amount of rounds they've won. There's taken barely any deaths whatsoever. But for now, Magisk in towards logs. He'll be baited in here by Apex once again. The tag team duo looking to mow them down once more. They have been mauling them on this side of the map, and it will continue to come through. Magisk, though, alone for now, but still looking confident. Not going to be throwing the flashbang just yet. Deploys it, whips out the Tech 9, job done, bomb down. Rough one.
Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have stepped in the caster's plan. Maybe that was the curse.
There's still plenty of CS to be played. People have recovered bigger deficits than this. Right, even in this tournament, there's been 10-0s recovered on this map. So we'll see what happens.
I like the optimism, Henry. That's...
Got to bring something. You can't just say, well, that's probably the 16-0 right here. Got to just give them the benefit of the doubt. I think Lucy's right, though. The fact they've got the tactical time at the previous, they'll deploy the ideas from that discussion into the follow-up round here. Still a chance to get 7 rounds, so bear that in mind.
I mean, to be honest, there definitely are games where once you win that first round, it's something just changes and you can start to do a little bit more. So
the problem is
the problem with the kills, yeah.
The fact that bomb's not even been planted once.
ZywOo's outfragged the entire team twice, more or less.
It does suggest like everything that could go wrong has gone wrong if you're not even planting a bomb. But we'll see how it goes. Another gun round here.
If that's true, then there are only good things left, right?
Only.
Anything Spink's going to be making its way back, but I don't know. Again, they're sort of moving close to that top mid position. I feel uneasy about it. I wish they would try and do anything around that right now. It just feels like that fight is not going to go their way. Although there is a huge rotation happening on the Vitality side, so if they found the opening right now, they could.
Well,
Jax is kind of alone.
Consistently been hitting A side. They haven't put any pressure B outside of that half buy, and I think maybe Vitality think that change up is coming through, even though it hasn't. So they've moved ZywOo over there, and that's the difference here. Grayhound could potentially find an avenue through where they don't have to deal with that orb.
That is dangerously close. Apex taking a couple of shots through. He's going to fall back. Had no idea that anyone was there. And they are starting to get a little bit of apps control. They could go for a really powerful execute. They're going to set up all of the smokes on the arch side to begin with. We're down close to 40 seconds. Still some good utility, though, on the CT side. That's worth thinking about, too. Some smokes and some flashbangs as well to try and keep them at bay. Jax down in the pit waiting. 3-player defense right now, so they could get wrapped on. I don't know if I like this. Vitality, they've finally been pushed back. Jax is going to get the opening, though, and this is a bit scary. Another good headshot, and they are just rock solid, even far back on the bomb site. It's got to be devastating for Grayhound. They finally get that top mid control, and then they still get absolutely wrecked in this round, and not even a single kill going their way.
Well, what can you say about that one, Lucy?
Oh, you know, sometimes you go up a creek and you forget the paddle.
Sometimes.
And it feels like that particular
to be fair,
creek.
at least they established the mid-control. That was like a plus point there, but you can see the morale is low over in the Grayhound camp right now. They're not even getting near a bomb site, not even getting close to inflicting any damage. Jax looks incredibly confident in the pit. Seems like a very fun position to play when they're just walking into your crosshair. You've got the perfect crossfire established. And sure, they got mid-control, but it was obviously very telegraphed. There wasn't really much in terms of deception going on. But here we are once again. Another partial buy. Galil is at the very top of the docky here for Grayhound.
Hero Galil. Words that you don't want to have to say. Just though taking the aggression down Banana, fully blinded, but it doesn't matter. ZywOo is there. And that's that B hit already completely dealt with. They're going to be walking straight back into this crossfire. Spinx is here, ready for the fight. And if he goes down, well, Jax is there hitting 2. Liazz, 1 nice dig. 2 in fact, but it's ZywOo.
Happy with that, Anders? Good ZywOo clip?
Yeah, I'm happy about the ZywOo clip. I actually think that attack at the B bomb site wasn't that far away from working. Some pretty good flashbangs. If they got the opening kill, that actually could have worked out. I think that's maybe the sad part, is that might have been one of the more winnable rounds on some level for Grayhound, which
I've just
maybe
noticed,
don't want to say.
ZywOo's 15-1.
I know. He's
What is going on?
lost his damn mind, hasn't
Really difficult to commentate these ones. Trying to find the tone, trying to get it a little bit exciting here. Grayhound, if they can just plant a bomb, make things a bit more interesting. We'll see how it goes. It's their map pick, unfortunately. ZywOo, here we go, let off the leash, and for good reason, as he takes down the first Grayhound member. That's Inz who will drop, and Jax, he's pushing the apartments as well. There's a bit of a lack of respect coming through now.
He's feeling so good, isn't he? It's like, all right, we're winning this. It's no problem. I'm going to unleash myself and just go for some kills. What I like about this dynamic is we do have Lucy here. It's like a representative of a region that we can sort of say, what's going on? Like now you have to be accountable for the team for some reason.
Why are you guys losing so badly? What's
Those are the rules,
I don't
unfortunately.
have much to say
we don't
about
make
it.
them, but that's just the way it goes.
Still plenty of rounds left to play, but ZywOo is here, tucked in towards Dark, plucking them out one by one. Barely has to break a sweat. The flames, they might make him burn, but well, Jax is there to end the round. ZywOo survived attacks from 3 different enemies.
Well, there are 4 rounds left to be played. It could go 11-4, and you know what happens then, Anders. All hell can break loose.
It's true. Anything can happen. That's the most, notoriously, the most dangerous scoreline.
The most dangerous scenario for a human ever to be in, actually, I think was the quote. But
I mean, where is any of the utility to deal with ZywOo? The Molotov comes through after he's killed the entire team.
A bit late on that.
I mean, I can understand not getting everything perfect at this stage. It's all really gone quite wrong. Another partial buy. Bombs just not being planted here, and shots rattling off. ZywOo currently sat at 19-1 as they go for a mid-rush here, picking up the pace.
Nice.
Through the flames they go, and the opening frag finally going in favor of Grayhound.
That's what you want to see, but ZywOo is still on the side. This is not a comfortable position.
Hello.
The knife coming out.
No!
Oh, but the no-scope comes through. Sico trades him out, but look at the control they've got. They've got an orb in the hands of Sico, and Inz is in the back line. Grayhound look to have finally broken Vitality's back, but Apex is here, trying to fight with Magisk.
Bit of a challenge here, Anders. What do you reckon? First round for Grayhound, surely.
I mean, obviously, with the cash that's left here on Vitality, they just should go for it. Normally, maybe you'd say, maybe don't do it, but you just have to go for this one. If they steal this one back, it's almost too heartbreaking. I feel like they swiped the air so many times with that knife. I don't know why they didn't get him. Grenade into the pit, and Apex maybe failing the only chance they had. If you'd have got that kill instantly, maybe they can actually get in and defuse the bomb. I think now it's going to be too late, and it's just a question of making this an expensive round as much as possible. Magisk is going to do the best that he can here. Going to be one good kill, and obviously Alistair trying to escape the bomb, but nobody will. It's a first round on the board for Grayhound, finally.
Mid-rush.
At what cost?
Yeah.
It's a straight-up mid-rush with the Tech 9s, the run-and-gun mentality presented. Almost a knife kill on ZywOo. Of course, he gets away with it, though, and ends with the backstab towards Arch here. It's a round, but certainly not a sustainable one.
20 for 2.
Yeah, his second death was in that one. That's just so devastating, isn't it? Oh, no.
But that was the change-up. That's what we've been looking for. This slow default style of Counter-Strike. I mean, Vitality and Masters at this. They're a very slow team. You're just walking straight into them. So I like the change-up and it works, but needs to be a little bit more of that.
Yeah, curious to see now if that one round can unlock anything else at this point in time. Just give them a bit more to work with. Obviously, it's very, very late in this kind of a half to really start to do anything, but we'll see. We'll give them the benefit of the doubt anyway. Very interesting setup going on here. All right. ZywOo's going to be falling back from that archway, so presumably they're going to give up on the rest of this eventually. But they've got Banana all to themselves. I still can't believe that they're not trying to execute more. They don't have that many Molotovs.
Well, you say execute. They literally have 2 smokes and like 3 flashes. So we'll see what they can make of it. There won't be any double pump here. It's going to be straight up. Commit everything you've got. And they've thrown a smoke into a CT spawn. Jack's investigating middle. He actually has taken down another opening kill now. The second one they've had in this half. They converted the previous one, and they're getting ready to attack the B bomb site, where there's a rotation from Apex potentially leaving the site here.
This is the best look for Grayhound so far. Just have to get past the boosted player, and Inns clears it. Apex is still here in the smoke phase. The perfect timing. The flashbang caught his teammate, but it doesn't matter. Kill comes through. ZywOo and Spinks on the other side of the map. It's 2v5. You've got a lot of money. Maybe do some damage.
I don't know. ZywOo looks quite tentative about the situation. Just sitting back. He doesn't want to give up this massive KD he's got right now. 20 and 2. And Spinks seems to have the same mentality, just watching the other side of the map for anyone hunting. Can't really justify a hunt, I'm afraid, of a Grayhound. You have no cash yourself, and you know there's plenty of money on the CT side. That's better. That's a really clean round. It might be in the conversation of too little, too late at this stage, and they might lose significant players here. But no, Inns, lovely shot with the AK-47. Takes down ZywOo. And 2 more rounds left after this one. It's 11-2, Anders. You do the math. And
they're getting there.
They're getting there.
They're getting that famous scoreline. I've got to say, though, that's potentially kind of a devastating moment. When they're setting up on the B-bomb side and they get peeked in the middle by, I think, Jax it was, that's the worst feeling if you're on the T side. Like, they just saw almost everything they needed to see. So the fact that they hunted down Jax and then still managed to get onto the B-bomb side anyway, that's kind of impressive. That was, if they don't catch Jax, they almost have to rethink their entire setup. On the T side. Like I don't think they could just say, oh, we're still going to execute B, even though the entire mid was just spotted by someone who got away.
True. Well, Zonic, looks like you might have called a timeout here, and indeed...
Saying, don't let him get to 11-4.
I don't want to say it again. I know what happened. I've seen some things, guys. You've got to win at least one of these next 2. I can't stress that enough. But there it is. Grayhound starting to get on their feet, as it were. A couple of rounds in their favor. Some bomb plants coming through, starting to shake off the first game nerves. Bear in mind, his first day of Group C, bound to happen against a very strong opposition here. And it's the first game of the series. Plenty of Counter-Strike to be played as we get into round 14. Cash pretty strong with the CTs, but $9,000 on Spinks. So yeah, they'll be fine for the final round, even if they give this one up. And let's have a look at the pacing here. Inns looking to challenge top of Banana once again. They've got another opening frag. That's 3 in a row now.
Apex is so low as well. If they keep pushing the issue, there's a way they can find through here. But Spinks, he's still here. And I think they're happy with that frag. A lot of damage done. But ZywOo is just tucked into the archers, fighting 2, hiding in under the balcony. And continues just to pluck them, just dodging the flashbangs. Alistair bests him eventually, but it costs 3 Ts to get through.
That's pretty much what most of the rounds have been like whenever they've come inside with that position. So it's happening again now. Inns and Alistair, though, 2 versus 3 in a good fight. He's ready. If there's going to be someone there, he was going to be ready at that corner. 2 versus 2 and about a minute left on the clock, so they could actually claw their way back into this round. Jax and Apex are left, and they're kind of a little bit beat up already.
Yeah, I would actually favor Grayhound in this scenario, to be honest with you. There's so much ground to cover on the CT side that it's going to try and stay in tandem here. Alistair, very brave play, trying to show presence with the Molotov, get the attention. But for now, he will be nailing the shot. That's the access granted.
I Okay, so they convert the round, and okay, they're very excited about it as well. You got to be fired up, right? Like, you've just got your third round, it's the last round of the half coming up. You need to get that energy back in, but that looked very Grayhound there, the way Alistair's the one taking the aggression outside of apartments, looking for the fight first.
With the
When
bomb
you've
on his
got
back as well.
Ins with an M4 is in a much more powerful position to do it. Alistair goes down there, and then suddenly it's really difficult to recover, but they make it work. So I guess that's okay.
Yeah, I think it is absolutely okay. We go 11-3 now, and we'll see the final round come through. It's great work, and manages to convert what seemed like another ZywOo epic play. Final round of play, and CT's 3 towards A, 2 a B, and not showing too much aggression at the start. It's recovering the drop flashbangs from spawn there, and maybe a bit of a pounce towards the apps. Flashbangs could be deployed. I think they're going for it.
Yeah, he heard the drop as well. He was ready. That's a great opening, but Jax is there to try and pick it up, and Sai was there with the AWP as well. He got one more kill before anything else happened, so 3 versus 4. Bomb is unfortunately dropped down there, so they are committed to this play.
A lot of smokes causing chaos, and ZywOo has gotten up very close, tucked in towards Zero. We've seen him in these close confines, and he's not afraid to go for the fights. And it might be something you're not ready for. They kind of recovered the bomb. There was an opportunity when the smoke was down to pick it up, but now they kind of have to fight through it. And it looks like Vitality are the ones that want to take the aggression, had the man advantage. A flash was thrown out, but not committing yet. ZywOo just holding for something to walk into his crosshair.
He actually has the jump up. That's so ridiculous. Still good for another kill. He peeks it. He had the right idea, but In's able to bring him down. It's all on Alistair here at the end. He's going to pick up one of them, but all the way up from the graveyards. It's Apex to get it done, so we get denied the Magic scoreline. It's 12-3 instead in favor of Vitality. What a first half.
What a first half it is. We'll take a break, catch our breath, and see if the Grayhound boys can get back into it. Do not go anywhere.
Touch a microphone, I'm at home. Every time I hear a metrodome, I get in the zone. Every time I get into the zone, I'm usually all alone. Home, it's where the heart is, pop. It's where our art is, usually goes the heart is, pop. It's where our art is, showing them that you are hip-hop. Long as you finish, doesn't matter where you started. I'm home. When I win, I'm alone. When the wind blows in and I won't lie. Oh, and home I get home, go home, go home, get home, go home, get home, go home, go home, get home.
Why? Look, so home is where the heart is, yeah. I said I'm in love with my hood, just know my love ain't lust. Hater said he had my chick, just know my broads ain't touch. Don't be snitching on my clique and get my dog caged up. Look for smoke and get you all blazed up. Like a chimney, aggressive with the ace when I hit your face with the mini-me. Have to switch the plates when I use the K on the enemy. I shoot it's automatic like bad habits and tendencies. All in the back, puffing the remedy. With a 9 on my lap, she like a 10 to me. I started from scratch, now the epitome. These rappers are my sons, y'all motherfuckers be kidding me. I'm smoking blunts out the Range Rover, the chain smoker. Dangerous, pretty ugly with Dracos if you ain't noticed. My hometown is a war zone and it ain't bogus. The fridge is filled with a gang of coke and it ain't soda.
When I win, I'm alone. When the wind blows in and I won't lie. Oh, and home I get home, go home, go home, get home, go home, get home, go home, get home. I go home when I win. I'm alone when the wind blows in and I won't lie.
Welcome back to the sunny Mediterranean shores of Malta. You are watching ESL Pro League. My name is Henry G and I'm joined by the new kids on the block. That is Anders Bloom and Lucy Luce. Welcome, guys. How's it going so far?
We're doing great. We're having a good time. How are you doing, Lucy?
Yeah, bloody beautiful, man.
Well,
How's your team doing?
Do you mean my team Grayhound or my fantasy team or my personal team?
I think he meant Grayhound this time.
I was thinking about Grayhound, but
Yeah, not my
True.
dream team. Yeah, look, it's not 11-4, which is unfortunate.
That
because
would have helped a lot.
That was the conversation piece.
Yeah, that would have helped.
I will say sometimes Vitality's T side could do with some improvements. I'm interested to see where Jax fits into this. We'll see. We've got Sico with the dualies. Everyone loves some dual Berettas. Only a single pair, though, and here's Jax going fast, but Liazz has already struck first in mid, and he's accounting for these players that have gotten through apartments. 3 are out. Grayhound is swarming like a pack of dogs, but very ready for 3 players on the side.
This is such a weird round. I would have thought already the bomb would have been down like 10 seconds ago, and definitely I thought they were going to get the kill in the middle anyway. But at least they have that bomb plant finally. There is no kit in place, so they're going to have to be really, really quick with it here. Oh, look at these kills coming through. It's Jackson side with Spinks on the follow-up and right at the edge of the smoke. It's Jax to get that kill on Alistair. They're going to be able to clean that round up without a single casualty, apart from the first one there. That is a nice comeback.
Not a single casualty, apart from the one casualty. Yeah, dead on. It looks like they're having too much fun on these rounds. That's what's worrying for me for Grayhound. It looks like the ZywOo is just like, wow, another opportunity to kill everyone once again. Jax, amazing contributions as well, but another trifecta of doom set up here on the A-bomb side as they mow them down on the retake, and it's 13-3. Apex looks very comfortable, and it has to be the force buy in the second. Lose this one, unfortunately. It probably is curtains for the first map at least, but we'll see what they can do with the Desert Eagles. A CZ up against the 3 rifles of Vitality, who are slowing things down and are waiting for the initial plays from the CTs where the utility lands if they can read what's going on. Now look at all the smokes over here. So this is for Inns to suggest there's more than one player waiting towards B, and they can have a 4-man stack on the other side of the map. So he can just keep pumping other smokes when he feels necessary and hopefully funnel them into the lying CTs here on the other side.
DHG's there as well, so he can chuck those through. There's one.
Very effective one.
I like it. This is I feel like this play, you can understand, like, you lined it out how it could work. It almost never does, but I just love when people try it anyway. It's so satisfying when it actually plays out.
I feel like it's a little sus when, like, the side has been smoked for the entire round, and you're like, okay.
Yeah, this is never a gap. It's just constant smoke.
Yeah, like, there was no gap. There was no jiggling here. He just re-puts it down.
True, and they don't seem to be taking the bait whatsoever. But then the grenades, they are taking those, I'll say that much. Excellent work there from Inns in that regard. Still a lot more work to be done because the rotations are coming through. They might find a timing here. Time will tell, but here comes the initial utility from Vitality, who will strike first.
Looks like Jax is the one that wants to. Charging on through with the Mac-10. Spinks is here as well. Backside swings on out. Actually drops the bomb, and Inns has found a kill as well. It's a difficult spray. The boost comes through, but everyone is just running through the smoke. Look at the health bars on all these players. Liazz, he has a HE, which could be incredibly potent.
Can you
the
imagine?
bomb's not planted yet. If he can get the right timing on this, he could just win the round. Oh, but he doesn't throw it.
A 3-man HE grenade. That would be perfect right now. That would really help. But going to be difficult. It's winnable, that's for sure, but won't have the information that's so tantalizingly low for himself. Sneaks in, and the grenade, that's not going to connect at one place. He could throw it, but oh, here we go, a chance now.
He could do it. He even gets the grenade wrong, and he's still got 2 kills. Obviously, no kit in play right now, so this is all about speed. Just try and fake it out right away, otherwise you're not going to have enough time for it. There's the one tap, smokes on top, so Apex, though, he's got the Mac-10 on the other side. You have to assume he's going to come through and just spray it. I think time is out anyway. Great work for Liazz, but not enough to win the round. What a tragedy. That otherwise was a really, really sick round from him.
Decent effort for sure. That's a shame. Doesn't work out for him. Would have been a great morale booster considering the scoreline, but it's another round that slips by the wayside. That was their force buy, and like I said, give that one up. Yeah, it's pretty much curtains here, unfortunately, as they have $2,500 per player.
You can see glimpses of what this Grayhound project is evolving into. Like when they brought Liazz in, that's that kind of star quality, just the way he was looking for those fights, hit those shots. Obviously, was never going to win that round without a kit, even though he picked up the smoke in the AK. It was always out of his control. But you can see kind of the glimpses of what makes this team exciting.
Where's the grenade? They've got a kill here, I think. Ooh. There we go. Apex goes down. Could be a double. Actually is. 3-on-3 for now. Need to recover, and they're actually making this one work. They have the man advantage.
This is the round.
This could be the one that saves the day. The full eco going in their favor, but Jax will snatch Liazz away. They obviously have the advantage now, but Alistair does recover a Galil. It's going to come down to timings now. They need to try and force the issue once more. Nins, he might find the gap, but peels off. He doesn't have a weapon, bear in mind, or armor, as he'll be playing with the silenced USP.
Feels almost a bit unfair that they actually get one of those kills to bring it back to a 2-on-2 through the smoke. I mean, otherwise, one of the better rounds that we could have seen out of Grayhound here. Still over a minute left, so much time. I bet Inns would love another rifle, but going down to the middle to try and pick it up is just super risky. So instead, he's staying tucked in the pit underneath the balcony now with just a USP in hand. Even if they jump down in front of him, this is not necessarily an easy fight to win. He's going to be alone against two of them, and they are right down on top. This is not looking good for him.
He needs to get one of these kills. That's the only way there's a way to recover this round. And Spinks just jumped on over. The dink actually comes through with the USP, but, well, it's a USP. If he had one of those pistols, the Desert Eagle, the PG-50, a completely different round. But now it's just Alistair.
What can he make of it, though? Might as well give it a go. It's a 2-on-1. Sure, you don't have the kit, but the Galil is there. Damage has been done through the apartments. He will work. And the HE available. If he throws in the correct place in the pit, you never know, but there's not really the angle to do so. And yeah, here he comes. One chance to win this one. It'll have to be a clean kill here. Then jumping down. Not going to happen. Jax will find map points on Greyhound's map pick. Unfortunately for them, 15-3.
Jack's having a great game, 19 for 9. I don't know if this is maybe the barometer we want to use to judge what his performance is going to look like standing in for this squad, but it feels like against a team like Grayhound, he's very comfortable taking a lot of these fights.
I actually reckon just because of his playstyle, he probably is an ideal candidate to be the kind of stand-in player just because he's such a light-hearted person in general. He's going to fit into almost any team, I feel like. And then just the aggressive nature. If he's allowed to just, like, there's going to be no expectations of him, I think that's going to be fantastic. Inns, though, with the early kill here. This is at least a little bit of a better start. And a long road back. 12 rounds in a row to try and get into overtime. Seems unlikely, but...
This guy's a banana master. He's got a firm understanding of how to play his position. Has made hell for many Australian teams.
Somebody new has to be the king of it. I can't be Freiburg anymore. It's been too long.
That's probably fair.
Someone has to.
It's a hot take, Anders, but I think that's fair enough. We're going to allow that one. Yeah,
have to relinquish.
In 2023, he finally gives up control of said banana. Here we go then, Vitality looking to close the game out. They've got a man disadvantage right now, and even more so as Sico mows them down with the M4A1S. This one looks like it's in the bag, but Apex has got other ideas. Can't quite control the spray. Down to Spinks now, who should be dealt with in due course. Very decent round here from Grayhound. That's more like it. I'm sure getting the CT start would have helped here. It's their map pick. That's done the T side. Got out of hand very quickly. That's a real solid B-hold. And as Lucy said, it was Inns opening things up, pushing down, getting stuck in. And there we have it. It's going to be a fourth round for Grayhound. And through the smoke as well. Love to see that.
Yeah, mostly a UMP and Henry, a Mac 10 as well.
A Mac 10, yes. Famous, of course, for being created by MacDonald himself. Sorry, we're actually out of our minds.
Yeah, I don't know.
Anders is trying to bait me into all the old private jokes we've got.
Funny only to like two or three people in the world.
On the earth.
No reason.
But it's good stuff.
A UMP, how often do you even see that these days? I feel like that's a rare sight.
Yeah, it's not very meta right now, to say the least, the old UMP, but in the right hands can do work. They've snuck through Arch side, though, but Insy's on it. Should be absolutely fine. Bomb goes down, and wow, okay, that is not in the script. That could actually make things a little bit more interesting with the M4 in the hands of Apex.
Alistair's going hunting with the AWP. This is a
chill,
little scary, but this man knows no chill, and Jax is there to cool him off, putting into a 2-on-2.
Dangerous 2-on-2 at that. They don't have all the information as to where the T's are. You've got a 2-on-1 essentially at the A-bomb side with a rotation coming in. It's up to Sico, who has to negate any presence towards middle. Thankfully, no one there, but he doesn't know that. Could they be in spawn going to B already? Liazz key position here and the advantage potentially with that flashbang. Do they want to commit to this? Nice HE. Should do some significant damage towards ZywOo, and he gets one frag. It should be fine, but not going to happen just yet.
And they're going to escape. They decide, you know what, this is not worth it. We've already been spotted. We've got 30 seconds. They're going to make a run for it. So now, probably even more awkward. Although they do have defuse kits this time, but it's still a 2-on-2 with the bomb about to go down. And yeah, they realize at least really early on, Grayhound, that's something to work with.
They're doing a boost in CT spawn. That's actually kind of sick. But no one's coming from that side. But at post farm, you're never going to think someone's up there.
Yeah, that's a free kill for sure. Sico needs to look for ZywOo. If they can find ZywOo and trade off the boost player, that's their way back through. A good Molotov through to quad's going to flush ZywOo out. But ZywOo wins the fight with the Desert Eagle. Liazz now has to do it all. And of course, it's ZywOo with his 30th frag to take down Grayhound.
It was an absolutely ridiculous way to end it. I mean, just with nothing at all. And obviously, like you said, ZywOo ending up with 30 kills at the end. That is... Well, that's pretty much how he started, wasn't it? I think, you know, a couple of quad and triple kills at the beginning of it. What a ridiculous performance from him.
Absolutely, but first game of the map, first game of the group for them. Still plenty of Counter-Strike to be played. It doesn't matter what the scoreline is. Sure, it's gone in favor of Vitality, but we have got Vertigo coming up next.